from, yo, it goes down. Day to night, hood to hood, block to block, town to town. Murder, murder, kill, kill, life is hard. We coming at you live from the graveyard.
I keep you vicious, 6 inches when I'm switching from mark to ammunition. Listen, this is new for the kids in position, waiting to escape each clip and evicted. You're 6-bit, 666 each digit, profit from these licks and keep my spit prolific. In an instant, I'ma live a life like mystic. Stay high to defy the laws of physics. Critics kiss my ass, you can witness, never missing. When I aim at a misfit, his shit ain't equipped with enough to have ammo. When the King's Arch wig split, give it a 0 when I'm a 15 like AR. You can live your life in the graveyard. Life, you're not gonna take ours. I got a lot to say than just 8 bars. If you hate ours, this day you might make ours. Something frightening's about to happen. Lightning strikes the mic when I be rapping. Don't even come and tell me you saw me blasted. I'll be flashing, ego smashing. Nobody will close my casket.
Live from the graveyard, 3 young riders, ammunition, King Czar, Mac Pacino.
Every day where we from, yo, it goes down. Day to night, hood to hood, block to block, town to town. Murder, murder, kill, kill, life is hard. We coming at you live from the graveyard. Murder, murder, kill, kill. Murder, murder, kill, kill. Murder, murder, kill, kill, life is hard. We coming at you live from the graveyard.
I'm telling them to cheers for the reason us bitch ass niggas hating. Nigga ride through my hood on go dating. Split the script from a strap erase. Somebody dropped in the middle of sex. Got his ass with a missile, now he's really wet. It's a killer set. I got mental threats, and on top of that, I'm a lunatic. My niggas be tripping on me sometimes, saying that a nigga be out his mind. So evacuate, in other words, vacate. Cause a nigga like me might premeditate. I'm full of danger, oops, I mean anger. Shit, but I guess they both apply. See eye to eye, not me, my nigga. You got 20/20 vision, peek my trigger. It's lovely, ain't it, nigga? That's my bitch. We done fucked around, and this some main shit, untamed shit, insane shit. And every time I get done, it's an empty clip. I don't understand, but I'm on the edge. I guess I'm part of the living dead. That's what I said. From me, don't listen. Crazy, sorry, got hollows hissing. Walk with me, go kill with me, pull guns with me, come kill with me, come ride with me, go steal with me. If you don't fuck with me, you history. One lifeline gone, and it's sick. And the death's with me, it run blood thick. Torture chamber, bottom pit, the home of a deranged out lunatic.
Every day where we from, yo, it goes down.
Yo, what's up, everybody? How y'all doing out there? Welcome to the Bu Flair show, or Talkie-ish Friday, whichever one you want to call it. All right, but we in the building around here. All right, I got both my co-hosts, Ryan Thomas and Bu Flair here. They're fighting for their division. I got the whole NFC South here. There's D-Man's here. Now I need to go get me a Carolina Panthers hat because I feel like I'm the only one that ain't in the South. Know what I mean? That's how I feel. How y'all doing, fellas?
I'm doing good.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
And Happy Kwanzaa, if you celebrate Kwanzaa. So.
Kwanzaa.
Doing all right.
You got a Josh Allen jersey on?
No.
What you got on?
My special link shirt.
Happy.
Yeah.
Happy. What does it say?
Bottom Special Olympics.
Oh, cool.
Well, since I'm Malt Liquor Night, I don't want to get on my jersey, so I better wear not the best clothes anyway. So I got my liquor right here, flask.
Oh, he's got the liquor flask, Dennis.
Lord, Emma.
Oh, Lord.
We ain't gonna make it.
Oh, my goodness.
We ain't gonna make it.
All right, let's start this off, Ron. We're gonna talk about Talkers Friday.
Trash player. We all seen the Pittsburgh Steelers and Chiefs game, right? We seen that shit.
Oh.
But was it a game, really? The Steelers did not even show the fuck up. Every year around Christmas time, they put on some good games. What happened, baby? NFL Network. What happened, baby? Netflix. What happened, baby? Y'all put that bullshit on TV and on that app?
Well, they said the Beyonce concert was the bomb.
Oh, shit.
That's what they said.
Speaking of that, Houston. What the fuck happened to Houston, Texas? Y'all look like y'all don't know how to play. Y'all look like your best friend just stole your old lady out there. That bullshit y'all put on the field, y'all got to do better than that shit. Y'all a good playoff team, but y'all been playing like trash. CJ Stroud, step the fuck up. Be the leader that you're supposed to be. Be that top 5 quarterback that you're supposed to be. But you've been looking like shitty for the past 2 weeks. And shout out to my other homeboy, Dennis. And the Chicago Bears. Y'all need y'all ass whooped for that bullshit. Y'all really need y'all ass whooped. 3 points? Really? Just 3 points. And Seattle, you really should be ashamed of yourself. 6 points? Y'all got to do better than this shit. That's all I got for you.
All right. What you got over there, D-Man?
Well, my first thing, I'm going to say the New Orleans Saints. I'm not going to make no excuses, though. I know we got shut out from first team, though. I mean, I know defense couldn't step up. The offense couldn't step up, though. And also, ever since that 2-0 start with Darren Rizzi hot ball bullshit, look what the fuck happened. Now we just can't beat the playoffs teams with Darren Rizzi. And Saints fans, delusional fans, what happened, baby? See, you keep chirping, run your mouth after the DA fired, and look what happened. I mean, even though, thanks to the Falcons being the Giants, got us Saints in the playoffs. We didn't deserve me in the playoffs, though. Thank goodness, though. Also, my other trash-ass player, the Jets. Man, you couldn't beat the Rams with Matthew Stafford. I don't know what the fuck to tell you. And my third trash-ass player, or say team, man, fuck my life for saying this bullshit. I don't know if I need to say the Jaguars or the Raiders, because I don't know if the Raiders were winning on purpose, because they blew a tank, though. I mean, thought they're going to get the Deion Sanders' son, though, but Jaguars, I mean, it was very disappointing. That's my trash-ass player.
All right, what you got, Bu Flair?
I would say my trash ass player has got to be the Saints. The Saints.
Mm.
Everybody kept saying that I was mad about Tampa losing to Dallas, but that game should have been flexed 2 weeks ago. There was no reason to have that game on Monday Night Football. I looked it up. I still haven't got the results yet. But do you know which game was the lowest rated Monday Night Football game so far this season?
Which one?
Think about this. Netflix had 2 games on Christmas Day. Now, whether they was trash or not, which they were, they still drew in 65 million viewers.
Yeah.
65 million viewers on Christmas Day watched the NFL. Guess how many people watched the Arizona Cardinals and the Chargers game back in October on Monday Night Football?
How many?
How many?
Less than 2 million.
Dang.
Less than 2 million viewers. So this game that happened on Monday night was just ridiculous. 34-0. The Saints had no offense. The Green Bay Packers are the Super Bowl champions now. They've already crowned them. They dominated. They're winning. And guess what? They're a 1-point favorite this week over Minnesota Vikings. A 1-point favorite this week because of the way they dominated the Saints. So the Saints basically are and also I'll just say the Chicago Bears. Watching that same shit happen again last night with the time management clock. Didn't know what to do. Finally call timeout once again. Let time run off the clock. Then they failed to go for the field goal. They said, fuck it. Let's just go for it. 4th and 10. Blitz came on the outside. Kid threw the ball up, intercepted. So, yeah. So, that's my two trash-ass teams. Also, shout out to the Philadelphia 76ers for beating the Boston Celtics on I think it was Thursday night or Christmas Day. I don't know when it was, but I got a text message from my buddy who was at the game up there in Boston, and Philly actually beat the Boston. I was shocked. 118 to 114. So, yeah. All right, Dennis.
I'm ready. All right, trash ass player. I'm gonna have to say it. It's me. It's me. It's me. I just can't believe it's me, but it's me.
So why
Tennessee Volunteers is me. All right. The Philadelphia Eagles is me. The Chicago Bears is me. I'm here to tell you. It's me. It's me. My fantasy football teams, which I was in 3 fantasies in the playoffs. Now, out of the 3, I only would have won 2. Because one of them, you know, all his players came to play. So, one of them I wouldn't have won. But the other 2, I could have won them 2. I could have won them 2 easily. All Jalen Hurts had to do was finish the game.
So, you lose more than you win, Dennis. That what you saying?
No, I just lost big. That's all. I don't think I lose more than I win. I think I just lost big. So I'm putting myself as a trash ass player. That's all.
What's up,
but I'm not going to stop. The people always say, "Yo, you need to stop talking trash because your teams don't." I'm not going to stop talking trash. I'm not going to stop talking trash.
Here's a stat I saw for you, Dennis.
Oh shit! They got a stat on me already.
The Eagles, 185-3. Teams that had created 4 turnovers and scored over 30 points were 185-3. Now they're 185-4. Crazy.
Man, it's crazy. But I mean, I should have known something was gonna happen. You know, Friday night they made that announcement that they're gonna build the Washington Commanders a new stadium. So I should have known it just wasn't in the works for us. I should have known, but I didn't see it. I didn't see it coming enough until it hit me in the face.
Oh, really?
That's all. Yeah. But they ain't had to take. They ain't had to take Jalen Hurts out. They could have just won the game. I'd have been cool with them just winning the game as long as Jalen Hurts.
Is he out this week? Have they announced it yet?
He out this
week. Yeah, he's out.
This
Kenny Pickett's starting.
Okay. All right.
They said
we got little hands. We got little hands start.
They said that 30 minutes ago.
Oh, that means hands the ball off to Saquon Barkley night, huh?
Yeah.
I'm going to say this. And I'm going to say it like this. Christmas is a basketball holiday. All right? The 2 football games they put on there was terrible. It was terrible. Both of them was terrible. And I'm not blaming, the team that won and said that they blew them out too bad. And it just wasn't competitive games. That's all.
Right.
But these basketball games that came on Christmas, those were competitive games. Christmas is a basketball holiday.
Keep that
the
same
NBA,
energy.
You need to make sure that y'all fight for your holiday, all right?
Keep that same energy, Dennis. I got a question later on about that. So keep that same energy.
All right. Well,
let's get to your questions before we start talking about the NFL. Let's get to your questions.
Well, we got to do certified.
We got to get certified. Let's get certified players.
Oh, certified players. Okay.
My only certified.
Welcome to the show, Bu Flair. Welcome to the show.
My only certified player, Randy Moss, been dealing with cancer. So he survived cancer now. And that is a blessing. He been dealing with cancer for a long time. So he beat it. So that's a certified player in my book. So now he at home with his family. So
all right. I'm going to say my certified player. I'm going to say the Packers. Shout out to the Packers. I'm going to very funny. the Chargers, and I'm going to say the Baltimore Ravens against the Texans. And also
Okay.
my certified player, Jay Daniels. I know 2 interceptions though, but game-winning touchdown. But that's only my certified players.
All right. Buck Flair, who you got?
I would have to say I'm going to give it to CeeDee Lamb, playing with a bum-ass shoulder, helping the Cowboys beat my Bucks or whatever in that first half. Didn't play it hardly at all in the second half, but finally Dallas decided to shut his ass down to do shoulder surgery. But he did have a hell of a ball game against Tampa. He almost got in the end zone there. Good news is that Steph was playing in fantasy football against CeeDee Lamb that night. And luckily CeeDee didn't play in that second half because he was closing in on her. That's the only other player the guy had. So Steph's in the championship game this week. Shout out to her. Hey.
Congrats, Steph.
Yeah, she's in the championship game. $1,000 jackpot. But it doesn't look good so far. She got Lamar. Lamar got some fantasy points, but she had Zay Flowers and she had Jackson the Goo Boo or whatever. They both were boo boo. These last. So, but the guy had Houston's kicker, so he got 0 points for his kicker because Houston couldn't even get a damn field goal on fucking Christmas Day. So, but anyway, I'd say that would be my certified player. Yeah, I mean, I can't say Barkley because he disappeared after the first quarter. You know, guy had over 100. I was sitting there rocking and rolling. All right, Barkley got me going and stuff. And the next thing you know, boom, he just went dry after the first quarter. You know,
right.
In my opinion, he lost the MVP race right there. Now, something today popped up on my feed about Patrick Mahomes that he's now creeped into the number 2 spot in the MVP voting right now because of the Chiefs record, and because of the injuries that he had to deal with now. So I'm interested to see how that's going to play out because right now I got Josh Allen 1 and I still got Barkley 2. I got Lamar 3 and I got Mahomes 4.
My first question is, we all know the NFL is the popular sport. How can the NBA get back popular again? They is number 2, Bu Flair.
I said it to Chadwick George the other day on a post. The NBA shouldn't start until Christmas Day. Dennis just said it about a few minutes ago. NBA basketball on Christmas Day is what basketball is about. NBA should start on Christmas Day. That should be their grand opening right there, and they should cut it down from an 82-game schedule to a 64-game schedule. That way, once the NBA is started in December, the playoffs start in the NFL in January. We all start watching the NBA, March Madness, and college basketball. That starts going around February, March. So if you start the NBA later than starting in October, but the only reason why the NBA is making money nowadays is because it's a worldwide sport. But in America, it needs to start on Christmas Day, cut the games down to 64, because if I'm an owner and I'm paying these guys $60 million a year to play basketball, and they got to sit out after every 3 days to rest, that ain't happening on my team.
Dennis.
I'm going to say they won on Thanksgiving. I mean, they won on Christmas. So, I mean, football is always going to be more popular because it's only played once a week, where basketball has a lot more games. So, if you miss a game, you ain't really too mad. But if you miss these games in these last couple of days, you miss some good games, especially that Detroit and Sacramento game. Even though it got the coach fired, you know, they got the coach fired and they fired him on the phone. They ain't even have, the balls to talk to him man to man. They fired him on the phone.
Dirty.
I don't think he should have been fired anyway, but, it is what it is. But, yeah, that's how I feel about Christmas. I mean, that's how I feel about NBA. The NBA, they probably will never be number 1. But they need to take back their holiday, which is Christmas. And they need to get back Martin Luther King Day as well.
Okay. D-Man.
Well, I'm gonna say this. So I think the NBA should start in December. That's my opinion, though. I mean, they need to reduce the 82 games to like maybe like 65 or around 60 games, though. Like
Right.
usually, the NBA's finals they usually be over in summertime, though. But like 82 games, that's like way too much. I get they're trying to do the money and stuff, though, but those be like football be over almost over in like in December for regular season because
Right.
they're there. Start the regular season, maybe finish like maybe May or June. That's how I would have done it, though.
All right. My next question: do Sam Darnold deserve to get the big bad this offseason? D-Man, talk to me.
I'm gonna say no, and the reason why, because I mean he got better though. I mean, if he played one good year, and if you paid him, like what if he does? What if he does seem like he sees a ghost though? I just don't like people paying over lots of money though. If he had one good year though, I mean, do I think he deserves extension? Yes, but I don't think he should get a lot of money because who knows? Like if he gets a lot of money though, he might fell a cliff. I'm not saying it's gonna happen. I'm just kind of worried because like he could be like a 1 year wonder. That's his thing.
Mm. Bu Flair, talk to me.
Oh, he's looking at getting something like Baker and Geno Smith did. I mean, 3 year, 100 and I don't know, 110 million, maybe $30-something million a year.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I agree with that.
He's going to get something like that. However, there's a scenario brewing in Minnesota right now where everybody thinks that Darnold has to take him to the Super Bowl for them to be able to even re-sign him in Minnesota. Because if he just gets him to the playoff, they drafted J.J. McCarthy.
What?
So there's a guy in Atlanta who's going to get cut so the Falcons can save $10 million. And they might bring back the old veteran Kirk Cousins back to Minnesota for a Russell Wilson contract for less than $1 million. And he's going to be homesick. And he know Kevin O'Connell's system. So I can see that possibly happen. But Darnold could probably go anywhere that a team like, I wouldn't be surprised, a team like the Rams, they might invest in him because Stafford's old. Sean McVay's system, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if something like that goes down with Stafford or whatever, because Stafford really makes a lot of money. He's making $60 million this year.
What?
So yeah.
Dennis?
Yeah. I was thinking that same thing, the Baker Mayfield Geno joint. That's what I think he's gonna get paid. So same thing. What's the next one?
Name a NBA team will beat the Boston Celtics in the playoffs this year. Dennis, talk to me.
10, 9, 8, 76ers.
No, I don't believe that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Sixers.
You think y'all
10,
gonna beat
9, 8, 76ers.
and the way Embiid
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Sixers.
No,
10, 9, 8, 76ers.
all right, but Flair.
Man, that's so hard because I like how Cleveland started out playing ball.
Mm-hmm.
And I like how OKC started out playing ball too as well. I don't like how Minnesota started out playing ball. I don't like how Denver started out playing ball.
So let me
Memphis
ask you
playing
this.
good ball, but I'm
You
talking
got
about
them
Eastern
going to the
Conference.
final.
No, I'm talking about Eastern Conference. You talking about Eastern Conference?
Okay.
I'm just talking about Eastern Conference. In the Eastern Conference, to me, there's only one team that can beat them, and that is Cleveland in the Eastern Conference. That's it. The Knicks are playing good ball, but Boston's had their number for years.
What?
And in the OKC to me is a team that I think that's going to make a push to get somebody there to help them get over that hump. They're young, but I think they're there. Same with Minnesota. I'm interested to see if they can kick it up a notch in the second half. So, but anyway, it's always hard to repeat. But right now, the Celtics have everything going for them because they shoot so many goddamn 3-pointers.
What? D-man, talk to me.
Well, I mean, Buck Flair made a good point, though. It's hard to repeat, though. But I got two teams I could see beating the Celtics. I'm going to say the Cavs. I got a wild card. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
New York Knicks.
Ooh. You think the Knicks to beat Boston?
Hey, it's a really good chance, though. I mean, I think the Celtics might lose like the semifinals.
Ooh.
I mean, I'm not to say the Cavs at first, though, but I think Knicks might be a wild card, though. I think this is kind of tricky, though, about the Celtics, though.
And what you were finna say, Dennis?
I'm gonna have to say that it's a tricky situation.
I'm finna throw a team at y'all, and y'all have not even said it yet. How about the Pacers?
They got to play defense.
They do.
They got to play defense.
I like the center they got.
You talking about Turner? Or are you talking about?
I like Turner.
Oh.
Yeah, I like that kid. I've been watching his game develop, and it came a long way. So I like that kid. My next question: who is the best quarterback, Cam Ward or Shedeur Sanders?
I'm going with Cam Ward.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Cam Ward. Cam Ward is my choice on that one.
But Flair, what you got for me?
Cam Ward.
So y'all don't believe in Deion Sanders' son? Yeah.
I don't believe in him. I'm just saying Cam Ward's a better quarterback.
I just think Cam Ward's way better than the short year Sanders. Now, if Cam Ward, what college did he went to before he went to Miami again?
I don't know. I
think he's been in Miami. He was going
I thought he transferred. That's what I thought.
No, he was going to transfer to Michigan, but he stayed in Miami because Miami paid him $8 million or whatever.
Okay, so he was Miami this whole time then.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought he went to like some like different school. So never mind.
My next question: how long do you think it will take Bill Belichick to turn around North Carolina football team? Dennis, talk to me.
3 years.
Why you say 3 years?
Because he need the first two to figure out what the fuck going on.
Dalton, talk to me.
I'm gonna say 4 or 5 years because first of all, I mean I don't know who's his offense coordinator and we don't know who the quarterback is. I mean I know he's a defensive minded coach though, but
the rumor is right now, and like I just said, it's a rumor. He trying to get Peyton Manning nephew. That's the rumor right now.
Yeah, I heard that too, and then we just don't know if Quinn Ewers going to be in the NFL or stay in college. We haven't heard about that yet, though. But it might take 4 or 5 years, though. But I mean, it depends on the quarterback situation, though. I mean, I know they got to get offense together, though, and their defense.
Right.
I think it's going to take for a while about North Carolina because North Carolina, they're not really a good team, though, in my opinion.
But Flair, talk to me.
I would say I wouldn't expect them to have a losing season next season. But I mean, I'm just saying they're going to be competitive because what kid would want to go play at North Carolina now? So now you got, I would say they're not going to have a losing record next year, but I think, it's going to be fun to see what kind of thing he builds there, especially with his girlfriend. I mean, shit, his girlfriend could probably bring in a lot of damn players.
What? What? My next question: do you think college football players should play in the bowl games before they get drafted? Dennis, talk to me.
Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. Hell no.
Bu Flair, talk to me.
Should they play in the bowl games?
Before they get drafted.
Not with the way college football set up now. The NIL and everything like that. I mean, no, they can. Hell, you seen what Clowney did? That son bitch played one game and said, "That's it. I'm not playing no more." And he still came out the first pick in the goddamn draft. I mean, that's how the NFL works. I mean, shit. Any quarterback that is projected to go in the first round is stupid, in my opinion, to play in a bowl game, unless you unless you in there for the national championship or whatever. But the kid from Alabama, in my opinion, he shouldn't play. You know what I mean?
All right. Dalton, talk to me.
No, definitely not.
Now, since Kirk Cousins is the backup quarterback in Atlanta, should the Atlanta Falcons trade him this offseason or keep him and let his contract run out? Dennis, talk to me.
Well, they already said they're going to cut him, so. If they wouldn't have said that dumb shit that they was going to cut him, then yeah, I would have said trade him. At least try to get a 4th round pick for him.
All right. Dalton, talk to me.
I'm gonna say, like he's been saying, like they're gonna cut him. Though I would still trade him, but if I'm the Falcons GM, I might try to ask maybe the Browns, because Kevin Stefanski, I hate saying maybe the Titans though. If you couldn't find him, then release him and see what Kirk Cousins can play at teams. Though I would say cut him or trade. And I heard the rumors like he's considering retiring. That's what I heard last time.
Bu Flair, talk to me.
Well, I done told you on your shows. I said y'all should play him this week. You like that? Y'all should play him this week against Washington. That's y'all
so
should
we
play
can
him.
lose?
No, y'all should play him this week because you starting a rookie quarterback against a Dan Quinn defense. It ain't gonna bode well. You know, if Michael Penix comes out there and show you, I will give you praises. But I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't think it's going to happen. I just think it's going to be too much for him. He got to play the Giants last week. Now he's going to see a different speed of animals on defense with Washington. They got a little bit better players on defense than the Giants do. And the Falcons defense actually scored 2 touchdowns last week on the Giants.
Two
so that game was really like a 20-7 ball game. He handed the ball off to Bijan Robinson. But if it was me and I was Raheem, I say, well, you got your feet wet, Michael, but we're going to turn back to Kurt this week against Washington because now we tie with Tampa Bay. We brought you here to win the division for us.
Right.
We brought you here. Instead, they done made an announcement like Dennis said they're going to cut the band. They're going to cut the band. They're going to save $10 million. He has a no trade clause in his contract, so he could veto any trade that's out there or whatever. And the way Aaron Rodgers put it, Aaron Rodgers thinks that Kirk Cousins hasn't fully healed from his Achilles. So he's lost the strength in his throwing arm because he can't push off with his legs and stuff like that. So he thinks he needs more time to rest. And because he came out firing. Look, I mean, he beat Philly.
Yeah.
He beat Philly. I mean, he beat Tampa. He beat, I guess Atlanta's fans are going to be like this. We paid Kurt to come in and beat Tampa Bay twice, and he did it.
That messed up. But
he did it. He come in to beat Tampa Bay twice, and he did it. That's y'all Super Bowl right there. But now you're relying on Penix to win it. Huh?
He said Eagles. He said Philly.
Yeah. But anyway, I think don't be surprised. I just don't think Kirk Cousins he's gonna be the next Russell Wilson next year.
Oh, yeah.
He's signed for the minimum. He's still gonna get paid by the Falcons. They're on the hook for $90 million already. So they're on the hook. They got to pay him $90 million no matter what.
Yeah.
So he's gonna come in and if he goes back to Minnesota, He goes back to Minnesota, and next thing you know, what the
He
hell?
ain't going back to no damn Minnesota, man.
I'm telling you, man, there's a good chance he could. I'm telling you, there's a good chance he could.
Yeah.
And
If anything,
This the
the
team.
Giants gonna pick him up.
This the teams I think he should pick from. The Cleveland Browns, the Giants, the Raiders.
Oh yeah, that's right up their alley too.
Right. And because if they draft Deion Sanders' son, they're going to want a quarterback, a veteran quarterback that been in the league for a long time. So he to learn from. And what I heard today, the Jets, they don't know if they're going to bring back Aaron Rodgers or not. But they do know they still want a veteran quarterback. So, I mean, I just put it out there. So,
oh, and also, I know Kirk Cousins won't play. Let's not forget he got drafted by Washington as well. I know he won't be playing though, but he did get drafted by Washington.
He did get drafted by Washington when they had RG3.
Yep.
Yeah. My last question of the night. Do you think all of these NFL football players that drop the football before they cross the touchdown area, that their NFL teams need to find them? Bu Flair.
No.
Why?
Because it's just a bonehead play.
Don't you play fantasy? Don't that mess up your fantasy?
I'm just saying. I mean, you can't. It's like Leon Lett and the Dallas Cowboys when he touched that damn ball and helped Miami Dolphins win on Thanksgiving Day or whatever.
No. That was a bonehead one-time mistake. These Bulls is out here not crossing the goal line with the football.
They do
all
it
those
every week.
need to be fine. They need every time that shit happen on my team, you're gonna lose $100,000. Motherfuckers gonna learn to hold on to the ball crossing the goal line.
The coach,
I mean,
Ron
can tell you this. Last year, Antoine Winfield was knocking out balls before the guys crossed the plane.
Yeah,
and they thought they had touchdowns.
Yeah,
Kyle Pitts. He lucky he didn't get that one reversed this year.
Yeah,
because they thought they had a touchdown and Antoine's coming up behind them. So I'm just saying you can't find something. They're doing it like that because what happens if they're going in to score and they're reaching for the ball and then a player comes along and knocks it out, makes a great play on them.
But
it's kind of the same situation where they can't see from behind them.
Though, but play DMF that drop the ball before they get over the touchdown area.
Yeah, and you know what? That's going to happen probably once a year from some bonehead player. I've seen it happen in college football more than I did in the NFL.
It already happened in the NFL 4 times this year.
We've seen the coach running back. He did it against Denver Broncos.
That was close, though. I swear I was close on video. That was close.
That was his 3rd time in 3 games doing that. 3 games now.
Who, Jonathan Taylor?
Yeah. He been fudging up lately.
I don't know about that.
He was
I seen the guy from the Jets do it. I seen somebody else do it too before Jonathan Taylor.
What do you think?
The guy from the Jets probably messed up a lot of money doing that shit.
Well, I'm gonna say I would have found them though, but the problem is you already done late because let's not forget Deshaun Jackson. He did it years back ago. If you would have done boneheaded move,
he was a rookie.
What?
He was a rookie.
Rookie or not, I don't fucking care.
He said he don't give a fuck. He said he don't care.
Before this year, they should have done already. If I was like the coach, I would have benched their ass for showbone. Like for when you drop the ball right in the end zone, that's fucking bullshit. You're costing the teams to lose. You're costing the fantasy owners about money, whatever. If you're doing boneheaded move, I'm sitting the player ass down and they should get a fine if they do it on purpose, though. Like I know they're doing showboat, like acting like so fucking good thing. Like man, fuck this, man. Fine them, damn it.
Dennis, talk to me.
I said it. I fined them $100,000. I said it already.
I would find their ass too. Every time you drop a football, you trying to showboat, yeah, 100,000 coming out of your paycheck. No ifs, buts about it. But
yeah, I was trying to read the Jets guy who did that was Malachi Corley or whatever.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Now I think it was on Thursday Night Football game, I believe.
So
Yeah.
it's like you costing your team points
against the Texans or whatever. He did it.
And y'all play fantasy, so they costing y'all money. In my opinion. So I would find their ass. Yeah, 100,000, motherfucker. Get right. Mm-hmm. Drop another one. Mm-hmm. But that's all I got for you, Dennis. And Bu Flair.
All right now. Let's go, Buck.
Y'all ready?
Yeah.
I'm ready, Buck.
I know what it's gonna be. I gotta get ready for this. I know what it is.
You know what it is? What are you talking about?
Yeah, that game we're about to talk about. I don't know what's gonna be the first one. It's gonna be worst games right now. You ready? Saints and the Raiders. Watch, he's gonna say the Saints and the Raiders. I knew it's gonna be.
Oh, D-man.
Tell them what you is, D-man.
But now you're gonna switch it up. Now you're gonna switch it up, D-man. I told you to stop telling. I told you that, D-man.
D-man, I always start with games on Saturday if they didn't make my top 5.
I forgot y'all start on Saturday. I'm 30 years old. I'm getting old as fuck.
If I didn't have a game on Saturday that was not my top 5, I always start with Saturday's games. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
So you had me laughing because I didn't even know the Saints still play. Tell you the truth.
Me either.
I wish we forfeit the game this year. And
no.
Rest of the game. Forfeit now. Damn it.
No. What happened to all that energy y'all had down there? I mean, y'all got the new head coach and stuff.
Ask them. Ain't my fucking. That's their fault. Ain't me. I was waiting to see what they're doing. Hey, ask them. That's on them.
All right. This is the first game that did not make my top 5 game. It's actually the first game tomorrow on Saturday, and it's the Chargers and the Patriots. That's the first game we want to talk about. So, Dennis, how you see this game going? The return of J.K. Dobbins comes back to Chargers.
I don't know. For some reason I want to take the Patriots. Patriots 13-10. I don't know. For some reason.
You want to take the Patriots 13-10?
Yeah.
Okay. D-man.
I'm gonna take the Chargers. I mean, J.K. Dobbins coming back though. I know Quinn Ewers can't catch the cold, but there's one wide receiver you still got to watch out though. And shout out to Ron Thomas. He came from Georgia. Ladd McConkey. I believe he has 51 yards to break Keenan Allen's rookie record, I believe. So you got to watch out for Ladd McConkey. I say Chargers 21-12.
21-12. Ron.
I like that score, D-man. Put me on that.
21-12. Taking the Chargers. I feel like Dennis in the way I said, Patriots have owned the Chargers over the years. The only thing I like about this game is the Chargers have been off for 10 days. Mm-hmm. They play on Thursday Night Football. So they got to spend time with their family. They got to win, a big, huge win over Denver. Mm-hmm. I think they're going to play good defense. I think the Patriots went all out and played their heart out against Buffalo last week. Mm-hmm. And I think right now the Patriots' job is to lose to get a draft pick. That's their jobs right now, is to lose and get a draft pick. So I'm taking the Chargers to win. I think it's going to be close, 24-20. Chargers.
Okay.
24-20. I'm taking the Chargers. My next game is the Raiders and the Saints. You notice how I flipped it on your ass now? We're going to Sunday. So that just lets you know about Saturday's setting them other two Saturday games.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, Raiders and Saints, D-man, how you see this game going down?
Well, no Derek Carr, because unfortunately he won't be the teams lose to all teams because the Raiders was one of them. So no Carr, no Kamara. My problem is with the Raiders, though. I know they're not good. Sad thing is Brock Bowers. I think he needs to be offense rookie of the year conversation because he deserves it. Like Brock Bowers, like what he's doing. But as an honest Saints fan, I'm not trying to be biased. I'm not no damn delusional. The question is, will the Raiders do it on purpose again? I don't know, but I'm still taking the Raiders. I want to say 13-6.
13-6. He's taking the Raiders to win.
I'm going to say Blake Gropey gets two field goals. That's what's going to happen.
Ron, how you see this game?
Brock Bowers come from my college, Georgia. He finna have a field day on that defense. He finna eat all day. And that defense, that secondary will not have an answer for him. So, 2 touchdowns, 185 yards.
I can see that, though. Oh, and also, I know it's a fantasy playoffs, though, but no matter what, though, if y'all still playing, if you have Brock Bowers, if I were y'all, start his ass. Don't bench him, no matter what, though.
Start him right now. He finna eat on the Saints secondary. What?
I don't be surprised he'll score three touchdowns. I won't be surprised if that happens.
What's the score going to be, Ron?
21-10.
21-10. Dennis. Dennis, wake up.
Stop playing with your feet, fool.
Okay, are you at the Waffle House when you pick the Bears every time they lose the game? That's what you're at, Dennis?
Damn.
No. I hit the wrong button. My bad. I'm my bad about that. I'm going to take the Raiders.
Brock Bowers left. Brock Bowers right.
Brock Bowers up the middle, baby. Let's say Raiders 18-14.
18-14. And I actually got the Raiders because they beat the Jaguars last week. I think the Saints are going to put up a decent fight. I think the running back for the Saints is going to rush for 100 yards this week. Kendra Miller. It's going to be over 100 yards. He's my sleeper fantasy running back, Kendra Miller. Over 100 yards. I give him a touchdown too. But anyway, I got the Raiders winning 24-20. 24-20. Now, you notice those two games I just talked about, 24-20, Chargers and Patriots, 24-20, Raiders and Saints and stuff. Kamara needs to be shut down for the year. Don't even play him no more because they play Tampa Bay next week. So just shut him down, D-man. I don't want to come back.
I don't want Kamara to play. I don't want Derek Carr to play. I think all the stars should be benched rest of the game.
I agree with you 100%.
Everybody playing this week. I know what you're doing, but Flair, and not going to work tonight, player.
Let's go to the rainy game. The Jets and the Bills. Definitely gonna be raining, they're saying. D-man, this is your team. Jets and Bills.
Well, Aaron Rodgers, he has one touchdown. He'll be a 500 club though. But I know the Bills offense needs to get together. I know Josh Allen didn't play well last week. Their defense, they still need to do better. With the rain, I'm gonna say the Bills. I'm gonna say 20-10.
20-10. He's taking a low scoring game in the rain. Ron, what you got?
27-10. Buffalo.
Dennis.
I got Buffalo winning this game 20-13.
Oh, another. I like the low scoring games there. I hope it is low scoring. I still think Buffalo puts up a 30 spot on them. I think. I think they go 34-17. They put up a 30 spot on them. Josh Allen trying to win that MVP. He gotta do better this game after that Patriots game. Gotta do better this game. Just can't struggle down the stretch. Let's go to another game that's rainy. Tennessee and Jacksonville. Calling for rain that game too as well. So, D-Man, it's your team. I'm going to say it again. It's your team. Tennessee and Jacksonville. Who you got this game?
Fuck. Giants fucking pissed me off last week because they lost the fucking Colts. I don't know what happened to the Jaguars. I don't know if Reyes was winning on purpose, though. Blew a tank, though. But this is really torn for me. Not only I'm trying to get the Jaguars win, but I am still trying to get the score right, no matter what, though. But I think it's gonna be a. Oh, by the way, forget to tell you though, got to start Brian Thomas though. He's doing an excellent job. I like him though. Jaguars made a home run pick though. But give me Duval Jaguars. I'm gonna say 23-16.
23-16. Taking
Give me
Duval.
give me the Jaguars 9-6.
9-6. Calvin Ridley's. This is Calvin Ridley's return home game, by the way. Ron, who you got here? Jacksonville and Tennessee.
Give me Tennessee. Calvin Ridley can eat all day on that secondary. All day.
All right. How about he gonna win?
It won't even be close. It won't even be close. I say 27. 11.
27-11 Tennessee. Did Dennis took Jags 9-6? Is that right, Dennis?
Yep.
Yeah. I think that the Jaguars in front of their home crowd on Christmas Day are gonna win this ball game. I got them winning it 27-22. 27-22. Jacksonville wins on Christmas Day. Ada can celebrate her win and talk about we won again. She ain't had to say that now. It'll be fourth time in this year she gets to say it. We won again. So shout out to Ada Cruz.
Shout out to my best buddy Ada Cruz.
Ada
Also,
Cruz. Shout out to Ada Cruz.
Though. Hey, Buck Flair. Buck Flair, I got something to tell you right quick though. I've been looking on Twitter and X or X, whatever you call it though. They said Jaguars could reportedly looking at Brian Flores and Joe Brady as the next head coach.
Ooh.
Ooh. Well, you got to fire the GM first.
Yep, I agree with that. Fuck Trent.
You got to fire him first, I think. I think you're going to have to start out a whole new program there. I think the GM's got to come in new, and he's got to hire his coach too as well. Next game we're going to go to is another rain game. I want to get these rain games out. Miami and Cleveland. It's supposed to be rainy as hell. It's supposed to be windy as hell too. 24-mile-an-hour winds. Ugly game probably, especially when you put the Cleveland Browns jerseys and the Miami turquoise jerseys together. It's gonna look like Nickelodeon on TV with shit. So, D-Man, I know you love Nickelodeon, but this is like a Nickelodeon game for you right here. Miami and the Browns. Who you got here?
Another low-scoring game. Give me the Miami Guppies. I'm gonna say 12-6.
12-6. Wow, giving a little credit to both defenses and stuff.
Yep.
Ron, what you got here?
Give me the Browns.
Okay.
17-16.
17-16, taking Cleveland. I still think Jameis Winston. I don't know why he's not starting, but anyway, I'm pretty sure because he throws all the interceptions.
Right.
But anyway, Dennis, what you got here?
Yeah. I think I'm gonna take Cleveland.
It's not going to be cold though. It's supposed to be 55 degrees. That's the big plus for Miami in this ball game.
Well, you know what? Then if that's the case, give me Miami 23 to 16.
23-16, and I got Miami winning 24-20. 24-20. All right, next we're going to go to the Meadowlands. The Indianapolis Colts and the New York Giants. D-Man. Colts and Giants. Giants are right now the number 1 pick in the draft. Got their eyes on Cam Ward or Shadir Sanders. Can the Giants beat the Colts and knock them out of the playoffs possibly?
I mean, if that happens, I don't see it happening though. But you never know. But yeah, the Giants, they would have fucked up. They'll make it worse though. First of all, fuck you, Jonathan Taylor. You fucking dropped the ball against the fucking Denver jackasses. Fucking shit.
Man,
Anyway,
tell us how you really feel, D-Man. Shit.
I mean, I know it's gonna be. I know Colts are still finding the playoffs though, but I'm gonna take the Colts. I'm gonna say 29.
20-9. He's taking the Colts to win. Dennis.
Yeah, taking the Colts as well. I like that score though, but I'm gonna say 20 to 10.
20-10. And this could be a survivor pick, Dennis. We still haven't made our choice. We down to 9 people left. So this could be a survivor pick. We still waiting to see what we're gonna take. He's still in them 3 teams I sent you already. Ron.
Give me the Colts. The Giants, they checked out last week. They're making reservations. They're going on vacation and shit. So I like that score too, D-Man. 20-16.
20-16. And I got the Colts winning in my Ron Thomas voice. 27-17. Malik Neighbors, I think he only needs
2 touchdowns?
No, he needs like maybe five catches for 100 catches, or he's close to 1,000 yards too as well. There's another guy that we don't mention for rookie of the year honors too as well. I thought he was better than Marvin Harrison coming out of the draft. I'm still going to hold that to him. He just got to get a quarterback. Got to get a quarterback.
Yeah.
Got to get a quarterback.
Coach Cousins.
Next game is going to be Cowboys and Eagles. Didn't make my top 5, Dennis.
Good. Take the Cowboys plus 7.
So Cowboys and Eagles, what you see this game going?
Jalen Hurts won't be playing, so CeeDee Lamb not playing. I would say it's gonna be a close game. Let's go 21-27 Eagles.
21-7?
27.
27-21.
Yeah, Eagles.
27-21 Eagles. That will secure their division because they could somehow still lose these last 2 games, and Washington wins the final 2. They would win the division. Ron.
Give me Philly. The same score.
27-21, taking Philly. D-Man.
Well, I mean, I know Cowboys won last week. I mean, I think it was head scratcher because thought they'd be keep taking get better draft picks though. I don't know what was about, but it is what it is though. I know Jalen Hurts is not playing. Got Kenny Pickett though. I mean, Eagles defense they got to play better because they lost to Jalen Daniels last week. I know I'm not a big fan of Kenny Pickett. I feel it's gonna be like a type of defense game with Barkley. I'm gonna say the Shagos 21-10.
21-10, and I've got the Eagles winning in a 24-13 fashion. I think their defense is going to be able to shut down Cooper there. 24-13. I got the Eagles beating the Cowboys on that one.
You know what? Some bothers me. I forgot about this trash ass player. Like the refs are like, how the fuck you eject the player who got punched in the face? That makes no fucking sense.
Oh, I forget what game was that one?
It was the
Yeah,
Eagles. Washington.
Eagles.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. It was Gardner, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Gar-
Yeah,
Garner Johnson.
Gardner. Yeah. Yeah, that was
Oh.
kind of weird. I saw that play. My next game that did not make my top 5 games is, of course, Carolina and Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They did not make my top 5. But this is return of Dave Canales down to Tampa. So, Ron, Carolina and Tampa Bay, who you got?
I got Carolina.
Oh shit! What's the score, Ryan?
And Carolina, before I get to that, Dennis, Carolina had been playing better football for the last month. So it won't be no cakewalk like you think, Bu Flair.
I want to say the last 7 months, man.
Right.
7 weeks, man.
They've been playing good football, so and they would have beat y'all the first time if the running back did not fumble the ball, Bu Flair. But I'm gonna let that slide on you. Yeah, I say 21-17.
21-17, taking the Carolina Panthers with a big victory to keep the Falcons in first place. D-Man, what you got?
Dan Skippy.
Here's the best question though. What's more best question, that the Panthers are really doing better, or the head coach they keeping the head coach all year? Because let's not forget, they bit that owner or whoever, they fired the head coaches during mid-season, like Frank Wright, Matt Rule, and Ron Rivera. Like Dave Canales, he still has a job though, but this is really tough for me. Do I see Bucks losing 2 straight games? I don't know. Can Panthers be on another winning streak? It can happen though. It feels like it's like a toss-up though. But if Buccaneers lose against the Panthers, I have no words to say it though. But I'm gonna say the Bucks 23-17 and D-Man's voice.
D-Man's voice, 23-17. He's taking the world champion Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Oh,
Dennis.
Yeah.
Y'all see my new Christmas present up there, right?
Oh shit.
You see it right up there, right? You see that guy up there? He's on the wall. He's on the wall. He's on the wall now.
Can I get Tampa Bay on this one? Can I get Tampa Bay?
You gonna take Tampa Bay?
24-21 Tampa Bay.
24-21, and I am taking the Bucks in a blowout. This is a running show. This is going to be the Bucky Irving and Rashard White running show. It's going to be 31-17 over Carolina. Take the points, 8.5. Take Tampa, 31-17. Now we go to my top 5 games. And my number 5 game of the week is going to be Saturday night. The Cardinals and the Rams. Seattle made this my top 5 game because Seattle won Thursday. Put the pressure on the Rams. Rams still control their own destiny, really. It's really weird how that whole playoff scenario is going to play out with them, because if they win, and there's 4 teams they have to win to make their strength of schedule better than Seattle. And no matter what happens, if they was to lose that last game to Seattle, they would win the division. So it's really weird. And it's really in their favor, because the teams that have to win, if not, it has to be the Denver Broncos, the Jets, Miami, Green Bay, Atlanta, and Detroit, if I'm not mistaken. Those 6 teams have to win for the Rams to Rams to automatically get there. So yeah, so that's the 4 teams which is out there for them to win. So anyway, D-Man, how you see this game on Saturday night, Rams and Cardinals?
Well, I know that team I'm riding with, they're not making the playoffs this year, but it's still not gonna affect my riding by them. I'm gonna take the Cardinals in a blowout. I'm gonna say 38-27. 38-17.
38-17. Taking
Yep.
the Cardinals in a blowout. You need to take another sip of that flask. Ron, Cardinals and Rams.
I'll tell you in the ring. These two teams, they know each other. 27-17. Rams.
27-17, taking the Rams. Dennis.
Dennis, you playing with your feet again, Dennis?
He
It's
might be
about-
in the bathroom.
It's good thing Eric's not on the show. He'll probably say, I've been drinking way too much for this game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure he'll be upset as hell if the Cardinals beat the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
We'll see if Dennis is going to come on. Push the button. That'd be on a commercial. Anyway, I got the Rams in a blowout. I think the Cardinals packed it up. I'm still debating if Connor's going to play or not. They say he's limited in practice. Last time Arizona beat this team 41-14 with no Puka, and Cooper Kupp got hurt in that ball game as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I got the Rams winning 37-17. 37-17, not 27. 37-17 in a blowout. Dennis, you back with us? We'll see if he shows back up here shortly.
I hope he don't do like he did like last year, like when he said upset special when they're favored. Hope he don't say that again.
Oh. Number 4 game is also on Saturday. I'm kind of having some hard feelings about this game because the Chiefs beat the Steelers this past week. Because that really put a damper on Cincinnati when that did happen. Because next week everybody knows the Broncos play the Chiefs at home, and here we are with Kansas City probably going to rest everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So they're probably going to rest everybody. So what do you got here, Ron? Broncos and Bengals.
Where they playing at?
Playing in Cincinnati.
I got Cincinnati. 27-21.
27-21. All right, D-Man, what you got here?
I mean, the Bengals, I don't trust their defense because their secondary, they're missing Jesse Bates. They don't have Von Bell. I don't know why they're not. I don't know what's going on with Daxton Hill. I mean, he's a first-round pick, though. I mean, they still played Jordan Bauer, though. Battle. I mean, they need a secondary work, though. But Bengals, they start slow. I mean, finish strong. I mean, with Broncos, they keep hopping on this defense with Vance Joseph, all that stuff, like Bo Nix. I don't know, they need to get together. I mean, I know they lost to the Chargers last week, but give me the Bengals. I'm going to say 31-24.
31-24. And you actually got a nice Bo Nix haircut. I just noticed that. You look a little bit like Bo Nix there.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Dennis, you with us yet? He's still in the bathroom.
I think he's looking at a picture of Jalen Hurts. That's what the deal is.
This game is kind of so crazy with me. I hate Denver with a passion, and that's the only reason why I'm taking Cincinnati. But I would not be surprised. This Broncos defense has given up 30-something points the last 2 games.
Mm-hmm.
The Browns scored over 30. The Chargers scored over 30. And Cincinnati, they average like 30-something points a game.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just wondering to see if Denver's defense is going to show up. Patrick Surtain taking on Jamar Chase. I'm interested to see how this
matchup.
How this defense shows up for Denver, because everybody's been bragging about how good this defense is, and Cincinnati's got a terrible defense. I'm gonna take the Bengals to win it. I think it's gonna be if I had to, make it. It's up there. It's probably the highest scoring game of the week, but I'm gonna take the Bengals to win. I'm gonna say 34-24. 34-29. 34-29.
Mm.
I'm taking the Bengals to win that ball
A
game.
shootout, ain't it?
Yeah, yeah. And actually, the third game, number 3 game of the week, is actually on Monday Night Football, and that's the Detroit Lions and the 49ers. This game had so much hype going into it this season because it happened so late in the season. But
Right.
now, 49ers ain't got much to play for unless draft position. They shut down several of their players. Trent Williams, they shut him down. Greg Greenlaw, they shut him down too as well. Bosa's going to play though. Bosa's back this week. Interesting to see how that's going to affect them. So, how you see this game going, D-Man?
I mean, they're both teams can't catch break for the injuries though. Like the Lions players, like especially defense, like had a lot of injuries though. 49ers like Super Bowl hangover. They're not making the playoffs. The injuries though. This is really tough for me on this one though. But I got a feeling it's gonna be the 49ers though. It's not gonna be a high scoring game. I'm not saying 49ers 20-17, a nail biting. It's like a nail biter to me.
Ooh, 20-17. He's taking the Niners in the upset. This might be an upset special for you.
Yep, it is.
All right.
I bet D-Man on the injuries. Both of these two teams got a lot of injuries. But I think Detroit fan had their way with the 49ers. And this go back to what the NFC championship last year, right?
Yeah.
In the playoffs, right?
Yep.
Yeah. We seen what they had coach do to teams that cheat them and stuff like that. Dallas, how they beat Dallas this year. So this gonna be 38-17, a blowout.
Detroit, 38-17, a blowout. Dennis, you with us? Dennis? Buck to Dennis. Anyway, this was going to be my high scoring game of the week. This is my high scoring game of the week. Jared Goff playing outdoors. You know how I feel about him. He does not play good outdoors. The weather's supposed to be nice outdoors though. Revenge game for Detroit. Going to be a lot of Lions fans there. A lot of Lions fans there. A lot of this is going to play into emotional too, because if there's so many playoff implications from the Chargers game, from the Broncos game that affects the AFC, the same thing's going to happen in the NFC. The Vikings and Packers game could affect this game on Monday Night Football because Detroit then knows if they win, they will secure the number 1 seed too as well if teams fall. So I got to be in a high-scoring game. 38-31. I will just leave you with this comment right here. Jared Goff's record against the 49ers, 3-10.
Wow.
3-10.
Well, it can be 4-10 though. They can win this weekend.
And flip that around, Ron, in your country Georgia voice. Flip that around. It's going to be 10-4. 10-4, good buddy.
And don't be surprised if Eminem be at this game. Though he was at last year's game. He was in the box, I think. And he was mad about that. So don't be surprised if he be out there.
Okay, and my number 2 game of the week is Sunday Night Football. It's the Atlanta Falcons taking on Washington. The Washington. I can't even call them yeah. But anyway, the Falcons against the Washington. Ron, how do you see your team doing this week?
Now, let me know if I'm right or wrong. Bu Flair, is it supposed to be raining this week?
No, they're actually, there could be a chance of rain, but I mean, it's supposed to be nice game weather.
All right, so this might be a shootout game.
A shootout game, huh?
A shootout game. 37-31. to 31. Atlanta.
37-31 in the shootout game.
And this Raheem versus Dan Quinn. So this not
This is
Chester.
personal. This is
This
personal.
personal right here. Because the way Dan Quinn, how he was in Atlanta and how he treated everybody. So this personal. I think Raheem finna get this game just to make a statement to Dan Quinn. Look, the way you did everybody in ATL, I got something I need to show you. I need to prove it to you. We finna be the better team this game.
Okay. 37-31. That's a high scoring ball game for Ron.
I scored.
Bo Nix, what you got there?
Man, if I was really Bo Nix, I would tell Sean Payne, like, fuck off. You ain't bitch me like you did to Russell Wilson. All that stuff, but for bullshit. So, anyways, it's like teacher versus student, though. I mean, Dan Quinn and Rodney Morris, they coached together in the Falcons, though. I mean,
didn't Raheem replace Dan Quinn when he got fired?
Yes.
And he was an interim head coach and stuff like that? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know Kirk Cousins is not playing, though. I mean, because that was his former team that got drafted, though. I like to see more of Michael Phoenix, though. I mean, against this competitor team, though. I mean, rookie versus rookie quarterbacks, though. Like that one. But I'm going to say a high-scoring game, though. It's not going to be like the 30s. I got a bold prediction. You ready? Got Washington, 41-38.
Washington 41-38. Buccaneers take over first place if that happens. Dennis is still not with us.
I think he left.
He left? Oh no. Means we're gonna have to find out how we're gonna end the show.
No, we about to end the show right now.
No,
you been there, fool?
You've been disappeared. Where your
We
ass
talked
been at?
about what? 5 games.
Where you been at? Huh?
Let's go.
I told you about playing with your feet.
You know, like they
to
say in
the
the
bathroom,
like they say in the Exorcist, and you know how like they say in the Exorcist, wash your ass and get the cross out your pussy. Back on the show. God damn it.
Playing with your feet and shit.
You missed the Rams and the Cardinals game. Who you like there?
I take the Rams.
Okay.
Rams 20-24, Cardinals 20.
24-20. Then you missed the Bengals and the Broncos game.
Yeah, give me the Broncos 31-13.
Oh, Broncos in a blowout, 31-13. And then the Lions and the 49ers.
Yeah, I want the 49ers to win, so 49ers, I say they win that game 24-21.
Oh, upset special. Dennis and D-Man, the two Ds are on the upset special there. And then the number 2 game of the week was the Falcons and the Washington. How you see this game going?
I'm going to get the Falcons to win on this one. Washington go ahead and lose it. Washington will lose this game. I'm going to say Falcons win 24-10.
24-10. Ron's got the Falcons 37-31. And Bo Nix has the Washington winning 41-38. And Buck Flair has Washington winning.
Of course you do.
Because Kingsbury was at USC last year. And Michael Penis was with Washington. So obviously they got a little game plan for him that he shared on defense with that Washington team. So I got him winning 30-20. 30-20. 30-20. And then the final game of the number 1 game of the week. And this is going to be a great, great game. I wish this game could have been flexed to Monday Night Football. Because it would have been a lot more interesting to see what would happen with the whole NFC North Division. Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. They flexed it to 325. Big news came out of Green Bay today. Jair Alexander's not playing. Quay Walker's not playing. They lost one of their offensive linemen's not playing today. And there's another guy for Green Bay. I forget who that was. He's not playing in this ball game today. And the Vikings got everybody back for this ball game. They got Harrison Smith back. They got Ivan Pace Jr. back. They got their entire defensive unit back for this ball game. So, with that being said, D-Man, I know you're a Packers fan because you like to build up their nuts over there on that Packers show.
I was on Packers show today, by the way.
I believe it. Oh, Andre Dillard, that's the old former Eagles guy. He's out. Evan Williams, the safety for the Packers, he's out too. So all four of those players have been ruled out for the Green Bay Packers. So this is definitely some big news when it comes to a big game like this. Right. So what do you got, D-Man?
Okay, Andre Dillard is still playing NFL. I thought he doesn't exist anymore. I thought he's still not playing.
No, he got traded over to Green Bay.
Okay.
Or he signed with Green Bay from Philly.
I know Packers, I like Josh Upgrade Jacobs. Though I like what he's doing to Packers. Shout out to Wicks. Shout out to Reed, though. Their defense, I know they have to stay healthy. I like Jeff Hanley. Upgrade over Joe Barry. He's fucking trash, though. The Vikings, I know it's like their defense, though. But I don't see the Packers get swept by NFC North, though, like they did with the Lions, though. But I'm going to say the Packers 28-24. And I would not be surprised in Week 18, Packers and the Lions and the Vikings on Sunday Night Football. I could see that happening.
Well, I mean, right now you can see it happening if the Vikings do win. I mean, if the Vikings lose and Detroit wins, then Detroit wins the division.
Right.
So, yeah. It might be another game that's going to be kind of interesting to see. For that game, it could come down to Cincinnati and Pittsburgh, because if the Bengals win and if they beat the Broncos and they win and the Broncos was to lose, the same thing could happen with the Broncos and Chiefs. They could put them on Sunday night too as well. But if Minnesota wins this game, it's definitely going to be Minnesota and Detroit on Sunday Night Football. No doubt in my mind. No doubt in my mind. So,
one team's going to be in the Sunday Night Football, though, because we usually find out the last minute, though.
Right. All right, Ryan, what you got here?
I got Green Bay winning this game.
Okay.
This might be another shootout. 37-31, Green Bay.
37-31.
I think Green Bay got enough to beat Minnesota.
You haven't learned yet, have you? You did the skull chant last week. Steph loved it. She was laughing her ass off. Oh my God, I love Ron. And then I gotta go home. And I gotta go upstairs in a minute and tell her Ron took fucking Green Bay. Steph, she's gonna say, "What? He just did the skull chant last week." I said, I know it, but he took Green Bay to win 37-31. D-Man already knows 28-24. He took Green Bay.
Let me get you made a good point right there. Put it Minnesota. I'm not trying to get cussed out by your old lady. So
you switch it?
Yeah, man. Let me get Minnesota.
Oh, you gonna go Minnesota? What's the score gonna be now?
The same score.
37-31 Minnesota.
Yeah. I'm not trying to get cussed out by your old lady. And tell her, go. I'm not trying to get cussed out by her.
Oh, shit. That's funny. That's funny. I'm just trying to give you a heads up. Let's see. Dennis. He got worried on this game.
I think he's upset because his riding team is not making the playoffs again. And I know he's at Waffle House taking sad depression about the Bears lost to the Seahawks and that fucking Amazon's Prime bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Dennis, you with us?
Playing
Right.
with
With all the news coming out about the injuries and stuff, and I know how that stadium is. I know how the crowd is. It's going to be loud. Jordan Love's going to have trouble calling his plays. You're going to probably see a couple quick timeouts in the game. This is Brian Flores' payback game. This is because Brian Flores, if you remember last game, they was up 28-7 on Green Bay at halftime. They let him come all the way back, and the Vikings barely beat that game 31-29. And he gave up a lot of points in the second half in Green Bay.
This might be the game.
This, in my opinion, this is going to be a smackdown. It's going to be a smackdown. This is going to be a smackdown. This is going to be Justin Jefferson. I'm going to say it again. Justin Jefferson is going to eat. Don't be surprised. 200 yards, 2 or 3 touchdowns. He's going to eat this ball game. And it's going to be a Vikings defense that's going to really, really scare the NFL. They're going to put on a show this ball game. I got friends going to this game. One of them is going to be his first ever Minnesota Vikings game. So I just think this game is not even going to be close. In my Blood Flair voice, not even going to be close.
Wow.
It's going to be 38. I'll give him 16. I wouldn't be surprised to see him get 17, but I don't think Green Bay scores 20. I don't think they do. So I got a blowout. I got the defense playing out. I got Jefferson going off. Don't be surprised if we see another T.J. Hockenson, Addison. I just don't see Green Bay able to stop this team. I don't. I think the media this week has really played into them beating the Saints 34-0.
Well,
34-0.
You gotta look at the Saints. Is they that bad or just injuries?
Yeah.
Injuries play a big part of the Saints.
Yeah.
Nah.
But has anybody I keep telling you, there's 2 fraud teams out there. You know, there's 2 fraud teams out there right now. And it's the Green Bay Packers and the Buffalo Bills.
No, I would not say
I'm not mad at Buffalo, what they've done this season. But right now, I'm not a big fan of what they do on defense after I seen Baltimore destroy them 35-10 with the running game. In the playoffs, you got to run the ball. What has Buffalo failed to do in the playoffs the last 4 years? D-Man can tell you what I always tell him. Buffalo has to run the ball. They got to run the ball.
Right.
So look at this right here on Green Bay. And you just think in your head right now, I'm going to tell you something right now. In your head right now, Green Bay has won 11 games. 11 games. Do you know who the best team they beat on their schedule?
Who?
The Houston Texans.
Dang.
By a last-minute field goal. They have beat Chicago. They have beat the Saints. They have beat Tennessee. They have beat Jacksonville. They have beat the Colts. They have beat the Rams when they didn't have all their players or whatever. They beat the Rams without them. They beat Arizona. They beat San Francisco without Brock Purdy and all them guys when they didn't play. They beat Seattle a couple weeks ago up in Seattle. Gino played like shit as he normally does.
Yeah.
So they don't have a very big significant win yet. This would be a huge significant win to shut Bu Flair up.
See, if they were healthy, I should see them beating Minnesota, but they're not healthy. That's the only reason I think Minnesota will get the best of Green Bay in this game.
Well, like I said, I mean they're Green Bay's in the playoffs. They know what they're in the playoffs. They're not really playing for nothing but pride, really. You know what I mean?
Right.
They're just playing for pride. Minnesota's playing for first place, not only in the division, but first place in the NFC, because they will play. They do control their destiny by playing Detroit next week in Detroit. So I don't think the NFL wants to see Minnesota get the number 1 seed. I think they want Detroit to get the number 1 seed because everybody's played into Detroit all year long. Kansas City got the number 1 seed. We all said Kansas City's not going to three-peat. I got a $20 bet with Eric, so I'm hoping that goddamn it they don't three-peat or I'll be pissed off and have to pay him $20 and say your team. I hope it's wouldn't that be something? Eric bet me $20 that the Chiefs would fucking. Wouldn't that be something if the Rams and the Chiefs played in the Super Bowl and the Rams beat them and he owed me $20 because his team beat the Chiefs?
Man, that'd be funny.
That would be funny though.
That would be funny.
I don't think the Rams will make it.
And the Rams beat them 23-3.
Wow.
That would be funny though. Oh, and also I forgot to tell you something about the Falcons and Washington game. What a shocker! Marshawn Lattimore is out again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's not playing.
I know we got rid of him for the cap space though. Let's not forget we got rid of him because he's injury prone. He just can't stay healthy.
Well, lately he just. I was talking to my best friends, and they were like, "Man, he a good corner, but he just been injured the last 3 years."
Yep.
Like, the last time he was fully healthy, Julio. Remember he had, and that was what?
Back when Drew Brees and them won the division, shit, he was healthy then.
Yeah.
I mean, the what I'm talking about.
That's what he's talking about.
That's about 2020, 2019.
20 or 19, no, but ever since when Drew Brees retired, he hasn't been staying healthy. And let's not forget, though, before Lattimore got injured, he got burned by Eagles, especially by A.J. Brown.
He got bumped by everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, ever since he got traded, he had been playing because of the hamstring. And when he got back, and when he's playing against against the Eagles, he got burnt and the hamstring got injured, though.
Yeah, he got bumped last week, didn't
he? Yep.
Yeah.
So if I'm not mistaken, then every game I think is going to be on Sunday next week. Does anybody know that for a fact?
I know some games can be on Saturday and Sunday, though.
Right.
You think the game's going to be on Saturday next week?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's supposed to be 4 games? 4 or 3 games?
Actually, there's 2 games on Saturday next week. I just looked at my calendar. So they haven't announced which 2 games will be on Saturday. There's one at 4:30 and one at 8:00 Eastern time. So there's going to be 2 games Saturday, probably with some type of playoff implications.
Right.
So there's 2 games on Saturday. So I don't know if that's going to be, if that Minnesota and Detroit play on Sunday night, then that must be something to do with the AFC. I bet you 4:30 and 8:00 game. So
and also they haven't said no times yet though either.
Well, you talking about for Saturday?
Saturday or Sunday? But I looked at ESPN.
Oh no, everything's up in the air. They'll wait to announce all that. Everything's up in the air, but there is going to be, based on the NFL book I got, it says there's 2 games going to be on Saturday next week or whatever. And everybody understands the playoffs, right? How it's going to go down.
Yeah.
You've got Baltimore wins, they win the division. Pittsburgh, basically, they own the tiebreaker over the Chargers.
Yeah.
However, if the Chargers win their last 2 games and Pittsburgh was to lose next week against Cincinnati, the Chargers would actually go up to the number 5 seed and play the Texans instead. Pittsburgh would be back at the 6th seed and have to go play at Baltimore again. At Baltimore. They own the tiebreaker over the Broncos too as well. So Pittsburgh owns the tiebreakers. It's just the fact that if Pittsburgh does not win next week, and if the Broncos win this week, if the Broncos win, the whole playoff picture, if the Broncos and Chargers win, Colts, Miami, and Cincinnati are all eliminated. The playoffs are set in the AFC.
Wow.
It's just the way the positioning goes. So, in my opinion, I think the Broncos will lose to Cincinnati. Cincinnati will be playing Pittsburgh, which would be a nice game to put on Saturday.
Yeah.
Denver might have to play Kansas City. Maybe they put that game on Saturday night so they got the AFC figured out on the seedings and where the playoffs are going to be. Maybe they do that if that happens or whatever. And then the NFC is so many different scenarios. 6 teams are already in the playoffs. We're just waiting to see who's going to win the NFC South. And is Washington is actually a bubble team because Tampa Bay could actually win the last 2 games in Washington if they was to lose at Atlanta and have to play at Dallas next week. Washington loses that game, Tampa Bay would actually move into the wild card spot at the 7th seed if Atlanta wins out their final 2 games because Tampa Bay owns the tiebreaker over Washington.
Right.
That's a big scenario there too as well. So we could actually see that Washington-Dallas game if Washington loses this week to Atlanta and Atlanta wins and then Tampa Bay wins. We could actually see the Washington-Dallas game be played on Sunday Night Football because that will control what Tampa and Atlanta does in the last games of the season too as well.
Now, don't Dallas got a lot of injuries too?
Yeah, Dallas ain't playing for much, but I mean, they don't like Washington. Dan Quinn has to go into Washington to play. Maybe Mike McCarthy says, "Fuck you." You know, we gonna knock you out of the playoffs. If we can't go to the playoffs, we gonna beat you out of the playoffs. You know what I mean? Maybe he does that. So who knows what happens there? And Seattle, like you said, they have an outside shot of making the division if there's those teams are able to win. And the Rams, like I said, if the Ram was to lose, no matter what, it's an all or nothing game next week. Seattle, whoever wins that game between Seattle and the Rams, if the Cardinals upset the Rams, which I'm hoping in a way, I'd like to see that for D-Man's sake, and for Seattle's sake, because Seattle's defense is looking pretty good. But like I said, Geno Smith he's just trash. He's just
you don't know what Geno you would get every week. It like he's not consistent. He will have one good game, then one bad game. One good game, then one bad game. I like.
By the way,
I think the Detroit Lions fuck him up. Every time he plays the Detroit Lions, he's in the game with them, and it's a shootout.
Right.
He's beat him twice, and then this year he lost to him on Monday Night Football when he thought he had beat him because they didn't say that was they called it a legal screen or something like that when they were playing him or whatever. Seattle was on the way to beating Detroit that game too as well. So who knows? But go ahead, D-Man. What was you gonna say?
No, I was gonna ask. Doesn't Seahawks and Rams play the last game next week?
They do, and that's why I'm saying they could put that game on too as well, with playoff implications too as well. So yeah, that's another game too. And a lot depends on what happens with that whole Rams game. If Rams lose, I think that's a possibility. We could see that game possibly on Saturday night if they want to split it up, NFC and AFC game. They could do one of those games on a Saturday night. But mark my word, if Detroit, Minnesota both win this week, they're going to put that game on Sunday Night Football. That's going to be the last game of the year. That's not only for first place in the division. That's for first place in the home field advantage in the playoffs, and that means you're going to see a team that's possibly going to be 14-3, having to play in the first round on the road at an NFC South team. Yeah. So could we see another Minnesota Atlanta matchup, or could we see a Minnesota and Tampa Bay matchup, which would be crazy in this house?
We are Minnesota,
a Detroit and Atlanta matchup, or a Detroit and Tampa Bay matchup, which would be very, very interesting, in my opinion, on that game.
We owe Minnesota a butt whipping anyway. So the way they hey, tell y'all later, I don't got no problems. I don't want no smoke. But the way they whip our ass, we owe them a butt whooping. So,
well, I told you what was going to happen in that game. That secondary was going to get destroyed by Jefferson and Addison. And they sure did. The Falcons secondary, they was looking up at the ball like this, like, where it going? Where it going?
Hey, Sam Darnold, did MVP, can we agree he on that MVP level this year?
Well, they said, I mean, even in Minnesota, some people think that he needs to be on the MVP talk, but right now they're saying that they think he's going to win Comeback Player of the Year.
Forget that.
You think that could happen, D-Man?
I mean, looks like it, though. I was going to say about Russell Wilson, though. Don't look good for him, though. I mean, what choice do you have on Comeback Player of the Year? I mean, you got Sam Darnold. You had Russell Wilson at first. Like, who's the other ones? No, I can take him.
J.K. Dobbins from the Chargers.
I could see him as well, though.
Coming back from two knee surgeries, and he was actually leading the Chargers in rushing. Then he went down with another injury, and he's back. He's back now. So J.K. Dobbins was on that Comeback Player of the Year too, as well.
Right. Mm-hmm. I could see J.K. Dobbins might win one, or maybe Sam Darnold though. But I don't think it's gonna be much candidates for a Comeback Player of the Year.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, even Justin Jefferson went out. You know, he missed 7 games last year, but he still got over 1,000 yards. Yeah. But I would say Sam Darnold Comeback Player of the Year because, I mean, in my opinion, last year, and you agreed with me, you thought Baker Mayfield should have won it, not no damn Joe Flacco. You know what I mean?
I mean, actually, there's 2 of them I should have won last year. It was either Baker Mayfield or Tua.
Yeah, Tua came back.
Sam Darnold need to be in the MVP race. That's what I think. The way he been playing that whole season, I never seen nothing like it. I haven't. He went
he like I said, he's in a system that really fits his mold, and that's the same thing that happened with Baker. I mean, hell, I didn't think Baker would be with Tampa Bay when they knew it, and then all of a sudden I seen him play, and then I seen the team rally around him, and I was like, well, Baker got something going on down there. Right. You know what I mean?
It's like,
you know, and Geno Smith was the same way. Geno Smith came in after Russell Wilson left and played just as good as Russell did, and they gave him a contract. So, but the problem with Geno Smith is now that Pete Carroll's not the head coach now you got another guy that's a defensive-minded guy, but he hired the guy from Washington with Michael Penix, his OC. He hired him to be his OC there in Seattle. Mm-hmm. So if I'm not mistaken, I'm sure they're going to be looking for a quarterback.
Yeah.
Also, I got a question. I'm not trying to compare him, though, but what if Sam Darnold does like a Case Keenum treatment? Because remember when the Vikings, Case Keenum, took them to NFC semifinals, they got blown out by the Eagles.
Yeah.
What if the Vikings took them to the semifinals and lose, and they not resign Sam Darnold? Or what if Sam Darnold gets like a Case Keenum treatment?
Well, you gotta look at it. They got their rookie quarterback went down. When did he get injured?
I think it's during training camp or preseason, I believe.
So the only way that we sign Sam Darnold again if the rookie not ready yet. Right. If he not healthy wise.
because I think he had second surgery. I believe. I think that's what I heard. I'm not for sure.
Yeah, he had to do another. He did another surgery on a scope on his knee. And the only thing I can say about the Sam Darnold thing is that if Sam Darnold takes the Vikings to the Super Bowl, he will get a contract with Minnesota.
He better.
If he takes him to the Super Bowl, he will get a contract with Minnesota. However, if he does not take the Vikings to the Super Bowl, I don't believe that they can afford to sign Sam Darnold then to come back and play, because Kirk Cousins is going to come back to Minnesota.
That's what you want, bro.
Wait a minute. I got something in my mind that I forgot to say something, though. If the Vikings can't bring Sam Darnold, I got another quarterback is going to sign. You ready? Aaron Rodgers, Brett Favre 2.0.
Aaron Rodgers. Yeah. The problem with that is money.
Yeah, that's true.
I tell you, the Vikings have really been smart when it comes to money. They didn't pay Kirk Cousins. They let him go. They didn't pay Dalvin Cook. And they let Dalvin Cook go. No. That was very smart on their decisions. They didn't Patrick Peterson. They didn't hire him back when he was with the Vikings secondary. So yeah, the Vikings with Brian Flores came in there. They did a whole revamp of that defense. They let Daniel Hunter. They let him go to Houston.
Yep. So we were talking to him, and he was
I'll tell you what, that was probably the greatest thing that ever happened to him, because Cashman and Grenard from Minnesota and Flores' defense, they make that defense go. I'm telling you what, that Cashman guy, I had no idea how good that guy was.
Let me ask y'all this. If they beat Green Bay so bad, do you think Brian, that defensive coordinator, deserve to get another head coaching job?
Oh, I think he deserves it, but will the NFL give him one? That's the question I have.
Right.
His lawsuits, I don't know if his lawsuits have been settled yet with the NFL. He had racial tension with the guy from Miami, the guy, the New York team. Right. So I don't know if I don't know, but I know he deserves it.
Right.
He was a winner in Miami. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He won in Miami. He deserves it, but I just don't know if a team is going to,
give him one.
Give him one. I mean, I don't think what's his name deserves to be a head coach, but they're talking about he's going to be down in New Orleans. The defensive coordinator for Detroit Lions, Aaron Glenn.
It just lets you know if that happens, though, Aaron Glenn will become the first African American hired by the Saints. Though, let's say if he gets hired by the Saints, there's one thing I'm worried about besides the tanking and rebuilding. I'm worried that Aaron Glenn will get Steve Wilkes treatment, like what happened with him in the Cardinals. Like, he had a bad year, got fired one season. I'm kind of worried that Aaron Glenn will get Steve Wilkes treatment, and I wouldn't be surprised if he sues the Saints, though, kind of like the whole Brian Flores thing. That's what part I'm worried about.
You see, that the problem with y'all, D-man. I've been reading up on y'all. They talking about y'all finna lose almost every player on your defense.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised though. I mean, I can see something like Cameron Jordan retired.
No money, but Flair.
They're $87 million below the cap, but over the cap right now.
Right.
So D-Man knows I've been talking to him the last 3 years about this shit. I said, as long as New Orleans has Mickey Loomis there making those dumbass deals,
right,
over the cap, and they're trying to still hold on to the Drew Brees, Sean Payton era, and these players on defense have milked them enough money. Cam Jordan, Marcus Lattimore, Michael Thomas. All these players just milked them for all this money.
Taysom, by the way,
Alvin Kamara just re-signed with him.
You know what I mean? So it's like you got all this going on, and It don't look good for y'all, D man.
Nope, it's not. And
It,
also, y'all can say about Mickey Loomis. I'm not giving excuse for him. Mickey Loomis is the problem, though. You got another one problem. Who's another problem? You know what that is? Joe
what?
Benson. Let's not forget, she's the owner of the Saints and Pelicans. She doesn't know what the fuck she's doing though. Ever since Tom Benson died, she just not almost hero. Like she haven't been woman up to fire Mickey Loomis though. Like she's acting like Mickey Loomis is the owner.
Yeah,
One
and
more.
he runs both of them. He runs the Pelicans too, and he runs the Saints. Mickey Loomis does, if I'm not mistaken.
So it like y'all see what Cameron Jordan want to do. I know he will not take no paycheck. I know that for a fact. Though I got family members in New Orleans, and they talked to him. He said he would not take no pay cut whatsoever.
If I'm Cam Jordan, though, I think he's gonna retire. Though I mean, he's not the same anymore.
So that one top of your pass rush, the other one, he might be going to another team. So that two of your top pass rushers right there gone.
Right, because we signed Chase Young as 1 year deal, so he'll be a free agent. So he's done.
He trash.
Yeah.
So
no, he's trash though. He's injury prone.
So that three pass rushers right there, gone.
They in rebuild mode.
Yeah. Then
the problem is that they're in rebuild mode. Carolina is in rebuild mode, but at least are they going to still invest in Bryce Young?
I think they will.
I mean, they need an offensive line though. I think they need to get another receiver, in my opinion, though. But the only problem is about the Panthers, though, same as Saints, though. That owner is terrible. I mean, Dave Tapper, I don't trust him at all.
He don't even know his left from right. So
in Atlanta, we know what Atlanta tried to do. Atlanta tried to buy a division championship, bringing in all them old ass players, Justin Simmons, Matt Judon, Kirk Cousins. They got all that old ass players in there.
We just did what y'all did a couple years ago, Bu Flair.
There's a difference between Tom Brady and Justin Simmons.
So it's cool when you do it, then when we do it.
No, I'm just saying there's a difference between, if you remember correctly, when Jameis Winston was in Tampa.
Trash.
I said all Tampa needed was a quarterback, and they went out and got the greatest quarterback of all time. That defense was fucking fire.
Right.
They got Brady in there, and then Brady had the greatest playoff run ever. He ended up beating Drew Brees, Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes. He beat all them quarterbacks in the goddamn playoffs and shit.
Right.
And
I ain't never knocked you about Tom Brady. But he brought in AB. He brought in
Gronk.
He brought
Mike Evans.
Yeah. No, Mike
Evans was already there. Come on.
So brought in. Okay.
He brought in so many older players. Not even funny.
You just said AB and Gronk.
AB was, AB was crazy.
AB and Gronk. He brought in AB and Gronk. But how many players is that? Two.
That too, and y'all brought in some more players. I cannot name.
No, we did. We had the same defensive team that we had the year before.
I mean, he didn't bring
Jameis Winston threw 30 interceptions and stuff.
Yeah.
Gave the ball back.
I call him 30 and 30. That made a TV show about
30 for 30. Jameis Winston.
Right.
You can always count on him.
Right. Throw a pick.
Right.
Every time.
What? By the way, yes, I know Saints are gonna be in trouble next year coming up. Though you're not gonna believe this. Though some of the Saints media, they even want Aaron Glenn like this. Why you want Aaron Glenn? Because you still stuck in Sean Payton's fucking balls or something? Like, wake the fuck up.
I don't think y'all will get him. I think y'all will. The head coach y'all got now. That's who I see y'all being with.
I can see
no, Rizzy ain't gonna be a head coach there.
I got a feeling, but
I'm just gonna say this though. Yes, I know Saints are gonna be in trouble for a while though. But if I'm Aaron Glenn, I would not accept the job. That one, you're dealing with big making this bullshit, and two, I don't want him to deal with the rebuild mode because who knows, he might sue the Saints, all this racial things like Brian Flores situated, and might get Steve Wilkes treatment when he was for the Cardinals. Though I don't want him getting this fucking drama for this rebuild mode bullshit. I don't want that happen.
Yeah,
Well, another candidate that they might do there in New Orleans.
Who?
Doug Peterson.
Yeah. Or y'all might get the OC from Buffalo.
No, Joe Brady's not going to go back down in New Orleans.
Hey, I feel it.
No.
Joe Brady would try.
If Joe Brady goes anywhere, he's going to go to Cincinnati.
Joe Brady wanted to be our head coach before we hire Arthur Smith. He talked to Arthur Blank, and Arthur Blank was like, nah.
Yeah, well, Joe Brady went to Carolina with Matt Rule, and he was fired after 9 games,
mm-hmm.
And then he went to Buffalo, and you see what he's done with Buffalo now.
Oh, I just saying anything that happened.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, no, go ahead. My bad.
We seen on Chicago might fin hire Pete Carroll. So anything that happened.
I agree with Ron on that one though. Also, I'm not saying my team's gonna hire him though, but like any teams, I got one candidate. I think he's a sleeper wild card though. Wes Phillips, the Vikings offense coordinator though. Look what he's done with Sam Darnold. I think he's a sleeper candidate in my opinion.
You talking about the OC from Minnesota?
Dalton?
Yeah, what's up?
You talking about the OC from Minnesota?
What's up?
Who'd you
the
say?
The OC from Minnesota might be y'all new head coach.
Hey, I don't mind having him though. I just think you've been hearing about Brian Flores. You've been hearing Aaron Glenn, Ben Johnson though. I think Wes Phillips though. I'm not for sure. He's probably not getting a head coaching job though, but I think he's a wild card candidate that you can mention though. Look what he's done with the Vikings offense, especially with Sam Darnold.
But how many years he been there? In
1 year.
Minnesota?
Oh, Sam Darnold 1 year.
No, I'm talking about on the OC in Minnesota.
Oh, him. Well, he was offense coordinator since 2022 though.
So you think he ready to take the next step?
I would say either this year or maybe wait till next year. If he does another good job, then give him a head coaching job, though.
All
right, fellas.
Well, Dennis said.
Dennis has to end the show because it's 2 minutes, 2 hours, right at the cap.
Dennis, I know you. Jalen Hurts is not playing. I know you missed your son, your tribal chief, whatever. Though it's not the end of the world, though. You'll be okay, though. You got other teams you might root for, though. Man, your Bears just let you down. It's gonna be okay. I know we can't give you a hug, though, but hope you had a good Christmas, though, Dennis. But come on, please end the show or something.
Yeah, Dennis.
Yeah, somebody needs to send him a message. Send him a message on his damn messenger or whatever.
Let me send
the show. He ain't even active right now. In the show.
Which I know how it goes. We don't know how to end the StreamYard, though. The only thing we know how to end is the Zoom, which we're not on Zoom. We're on the damn StreamYard.
Oh, we're on StreamYard?
Yeah, I don't know how to end it, though.
Yeah, I just told him to end the show. I said all we can do is it's going to be going on. It's just going to keep on going on until he ends the damn show.
What? Stop playing with his feet and stuff, man.
In the show. I just sent him a message. I didn't get his Minnesota pick in there neither. So I just sent him a message say in the show.
Yeah.
But anyway.
I better not think what he's doing right now. You know what that is? Falling asleep.
He might be asleep. He might pull a Bu Flair on everybody. You know what I mean?
Right.
He might be falling asleep. He might have fell asleep because he was out. He said he had a delivery coming for his malt liquor, and then it hadn't got there yet. So hopefully his ass can show the show. But anyway, I got to run.
Me too.
If you guys get off. I think Somehow it'd just be looking empty.
Yeah, it'll be funny. First of all, I know this one in the show. I hope you had a good Christmas on Wednesday, and also Happy New Year. We'll see you next time on Buck Flair Show. See y'all later.
Happy New Year. That's right.
Yeah.
Happy New Year. Oh, oh, oh.
Hmm.